This is gonna happen to you. Now, I'm gonna show this video. Let me see. I hope it ain't too dark. See what we got here. Now, what I do? Cut it down? Satan.
Thank you for that. Yeah. And likewise in Mariupol, there's people have been saying the 8th Battalion took over the theater, they took over the maternity hospital, there's witnesses from that region as well. But I want to get into more of the military situation there. You said Russia's winning. That's not what we're hearing in the corporate media in the United States. Recently, I guess they launched into the second phase of their operation. You could talk a little bit about why you believe Russia's winning and what they're doing right now.
And we'll talk about a couple of things. One, we'll talk about the concept of maneuver warfare. It goes back to ancient Greek times, the phalanx. Let's talk about Napoleon. The American Civil War in the early stages. You had lines of troops marching, and most people say, well, that's pretty brutal, it's line against line. But actually, if you look at it on a map, as they diagram most battles, you get to see certain things. For instance, the notion of fixing an opponent in place. If an enemy has a big concentration here, and I put a big concentration opposite him, he can't move his troops because he's threatened by my troops. I fixed him in place. I can then do a feint. I can move troops over here in this direction, and he has to respond to that, move his own forces in that direction. That is a feint. I can then do a deception attack. That is, I can launch an attack here, maybe at odds that aren't favorable to me, but he has to respond to that by bringing in troops to respond to that. Then I can do pincers. While I've shaped the battlefield in this way, I take my other troops and I surround them. And now I can kill them all. That's Napoleonic warfare in a nutshell. And it worked that way in World War II. We saw massive battles of maneuver and encirclement fought throughout Russia between the Germans and the Soviets from 1941 up until 1945. Major maneuver warfare. We saw that in the Gulf War, the war that I was involved in. We used feints. We used deception attacks. We used fixing attack, and we used large maneuver operations. The great Hail Mary, remember, that rolled everybody up. And the reason why I bring that up is this is simple military science. And you know who some of the greatest students of military science in the world are today? The Russian officer class. I mean, we treat them like they're kindergarten kids. I mean, the way we talk about them, the Russians, they don't know what they're doing. They're some of the best trained, best educated officers you'll ever meet. They know this stuff better than we do. You want to know why they know it better than we do? Because they haven't spent the last 20 years learning how to kick down doors in Iraq and murder an Iraqi family, or crawl through the hills of Afghanistan and kill a goat herder, because that's what we've been doing for 20 years. We don't know how to wage large-scale military war. We've taught how to do it. I used to do it for a living. Spent all my military life training to do this, and even then, I can't say I was perfect at it, but I thought I was ready for it, and I proved I was during the Gulf War. But my point is, we're not ready for it today. We don't train this way. The Russians do. They think this way. So when you take a look at their map, we have a bunch of small arrow people. That's what I call the Americans. We're looking at tactical situations. They look at a videotape that shows a destroyed Russian convoy. They look at a videotape that shows 3 or 4 Russian tanks with guys sprawled out. You know what? War is hell. And when you go to war, people die, including your own. And if you're looking at small arrows, the Russians got slapped around on a couple small arrows. But now we look at the big arrows. The big arrows, what did the Russians want to do? I told you, they wanted to fix people in Kiev. There's 100,000 troops in Kiev. And if you don't threaten them, they move down and reinforce. So you drive down from Belarus with 40,000 men, and you hold 100,000 in place. You have 80,000 people in Odessa. So you send 30,000 people from Crimea to threaten Odessa while you sail ships with Marines off the coast. And now those troops are stuck. You have 100,000 people in the Donbass, and you don't want to free them up to respond to Kiev or the other, so you fix them. You send the Donetsk and the Lugansk militias cross the border, some of the most difficult fighting imaginable, and you grab onto these people and you hold them in close combat so they can't maneuver. And then you use thrust to seize a land bridge between Crimea and Russia proper so that you can freely move your forces in between. Mariupol was the key to that. Mariupol had to fall. It's the only only city the Russians have fought. Ask yourself why. Because it's the only one that matters. All the other cities don't matter. You're not going to take a city of 3.1 million, Kiev, with 40,000 troops. Ain't going to happen. You're not going to take a city of 1.6 million people, Kharkiv, with 50,000 troops. Not going to happen. But you are going to take a city of Mariupol with 50,000 troops because you're going to surround it, pound it, which is what has happened here. They've taken the town. Horrible, horrible, horrible situation. But military necessity to get that out. My point is, this phase that we're talking about is called preparing the battlefield. The other thing that's happened here is the Russians they have blown up virtually all the fuel depots in Ukraine. I don't mean to chuckle about it, but it's important. Because what does a tank run on? Gas. What does a truck run on? Gas. What is a tank that doesn't have any gas? A coffin. What is a truck that doesn't have any gas? Another coffin. All the ammunition depots have been blown up. What's an artillery piece without ammunition? An invitation to be killed. All the water and food and everything that nurtures the troops. What's a hungry soldier and a thirsty soldier? Either dead or a prisoner. So the Russians have been shaping this battle, denying maneuver to the Ukrainians while achieving their localized objectives to prepare for the major pincer operation to bring up a Ukrainian force that has been starved, denied water, denied leadership, denied fuel, denied ammunition. That's phase 2 that's happening around. The Russians left Kiev because they don't need to fix those troops anymore. Those troops can't move because they don't have any gas. So they're stuck. If they try to move, the Russian Air Force is going to kill them all because they have to get on a highway and they'll all die, and that's what we see. They tried to move convoys down, and the Russians take them all out. There's no reinforcement taking place. The troops that are in Donbass can't maneuver. They're trapped, and now the Russians are coming in, and they're going to load, they're going to close a pincer, and they're going to kill or capture the bulk of the Ukrainian army. And when that happens, there's nothing left. Nothing left. And then the Russians will be able to dictate any outcome they want. That's why I say the Russians are winning.
So Edomite spilled the beans, man. He laid it out for y'all. Give me a second Thessalonians, bro. What you got?
Oh no, I was just looking up scriptures on the sea.
Oh, okay. Second
Says,
Thessalonians, you know what I want.
all right, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means.
So that's what Paul was telling the Israelite that was in Thessalonians. Let no man deceive you by any means. So don't be deceived to take that chip. Or don't be deceived that Edom is the son of the Most High. When they the devil that the Bible speaks of, so-called white people, line go back to Edom, they're not the sons of the Most High. They don't have a chance. They out of there. They've been rejected. Okay? Hebrews 12 and 16. Go ahead.
For that day shall come, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Yeah, we're going to have to fall away from our nationality. And we're going to have to lose the land that we was in, which was Israel. Okay? All that was going to have to happen to us according to prophecy. Okay? Go ahead.
And that man of sin be revealed.
That man of sin be revealed. So that man of sin is so-called white man, Esau, Edom. Okay? Go ahead.
The son of perdition.
The son of destruction. Go ahead.
Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called the Most High.
So Esau, Edom is opposite of the Most High. He's against the Most High. And he set himself up as the son of the Most High. That's what the so-called white man did. So you have to watch out for all that. That's what Paul is saying. Look, this devil's going to do all that. Go ahead.
Or that is worshipped.
So you got people worshiping Esau, Edom. Okay? Because the prophecy in Revelation 19 and 20, the system that Esau got set up, which is controlled by Esau, Edom, the people going to worship him and his system because of the miracle. Go ahead.
so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High.
He over there in Jerusalem. Okay? Then he the chosen people, the Israelis, and he got the technology to deceive the mass of the people, man. Using movies, the television, the radio. They'll either use the Bible to twist the scriptures. Which the Bible don't belong to them, they belong to the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? And how cold he is with the deception, he even deceiving y'all to make y'all think that Ukraine military win the war.
Right.
Y'all root for Ukraine, but no, don't even know that's a dying military over there.
And they're ran by neo-Nazis.
And they're ran by neo-Nazis, man. Who only concerned about themselves, man.
Yep.
Edomites. Nationalists. See? And funded by Igor, that gutter rat that we showed y'all last week.
Yep.
He funded them too. Go ahead.
Showing himself that he is the Most High.
See that? Got images of them everywhere.
Right.
Like they the chosen people, man. Icons of them everywhere, man. See, even with this. Where is that devil at? There you go, there you go, there you go. Even with this, man. See? See him down there painting? The image is white. You see? Dealing with iconoclasm is the destruction of religious icons and other images or monuments for religious or political motives. And you see the Orthodox monk down there painting, they got a dark image, and they down there painting the image is white, invoking their spirit into the earth. And then you see the dark images back there behind it. How what these devils have done, man? See? Hiding the true judges of the earth. Go ahead.
It says, remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things.
God.
And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time.
And he's being revealed, man. Right now. We telling you that Esau, even so-called white men, the devil that the Bible speaks of. And American capabilities in war, we see pursuant to the general testimony that they can't even get intelligence to the soldier. And you see another Edomite who was around during the time of the Iraq War telling you the game plan of the Russians, how they got the Asbach battalion surrounded and how they destroyed them. American media ain't gonna tell you that.
They're telling you that farmers are taking over Russian tanks and stuff.
Craziness, man. That's the deception of Esau Edom, man. That's the games he play. You know, that's the lies he put out to give the people hope. Was they sleepwalking into World War III, man? Crazy. Go ahead.
It says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work.
Yeah, back then it was talking about the Roman Empire. Okay? Paul was talking about the Roman Empire because them same Edomites was going to be in control of the last leg of the Roman Empire, but they was going to be known as the daughter of Babylon and the Babylon the Great. See? They was going to be in control of that, starting with the Rothschild, the DuPont, the Getty, the Warburg, the Oppenheimer. Okay? The banking families, man. Okay? All Edomites. Go ahead, bro.
Only he who now letteth will let.
So it's a reason why that the Most High allowed them to be in the power seat that they're in. Okay? He's letting them be that way so he can destroy them. Because it's the Most High letting them, man. Okay? Romans the 9th chapter, man. Just like he raised up Pharaoh, he raised up Esau, man. See? Go ahead.
Until he be taken out of the way.
Till he be taken out of the way. Who is going to take him out of the way? Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, man. Tell you that in 2 Ezra 6th chapter, man. Everything's going to be ended by them, man.